Freedom of time is my ultimate goal, and because of that, I highly value both productivity and efficiency. That's also the reason I use Spotify for podcasters. You see, they make it insanely easy to record, produce, edit, distribute, and do anything else I need to for my podcast right from my desktop or even from my phone if I'm on the road. I also love that they've allowed you guys, the listeners, to interact with me through polls or sharing your thoughts and experiences on the topics that we discuss. Best of all, despite them offering all these cool services, it's 100% free, and you know what? They even pay me for simply telling you about it. If you have something to share, you want to start creating supplemental income while doing limited work, and you want to buy yourself some freedom of time as well, start now at www.spotify.com/podcasters or download the Spotify for Podcasters app. Trust me, you'll love it. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about the 5 types of trades that are out there, or trading outcomes that are out there, and which one you should avoid at all costs. We're also going to talk about a nice little technique used for risk management called the Graceful Exit. If this is your first time joining, my name is Akil Stokes. I'm a former struggling trader turned consistently profitable trader. I'm now a trading coach over at Tier1Trading.com, and I host this podcast, which I drop new episodes 3 times a week. If you haven't done so already, make sure you leave it a rating, a review, like, follow, subscribe, support, and well, hope you enjoyed today's episode. There's a rule that says, if lower low, lower close occurs, then adjust stops down from move stops to 1 ATR above that L3C. He goes on to say the market looks as if it may be wanting to move against my trade, so I want to reduce risk within my rules. I really wanted to take the graceful exit on this trade when price had come back to break even, but I didn't have any condition in my rules met for the graceful exit, so I just ate it. And again, a graceful exit, for you guys that are new, it is basically a trade management technique that, in my opinion, says once you're wrong, if the market gives you a chance to get out for break even, you get out for break even. So it's like kind of like a safe line where if like once you believe you're wrong, and belief should be emotional, right guys? Belief, once you believe you're wrong, once you feel it, no, right? Belief, in my opinion, belief should be technical, or the reason should be technical. Once the market is giving you a reason to say that you're wrong, then you should look to, then you can get out for break even. So an example would be like in a pattern formation, right? Once the X leg is broken, the pattern is violated. It's no longer a pattern. It's busted, even if you're not technically stopped out yet. So if price comes down to a point where you can get out for either less of a loss or break even, you take that and you call it a day. You say, I got lucky. Got out of here alive. It's very similar to, we're watching, I was watching Newcastle and Liverpool last night. Yesterday evening, and Newcastle was up 1-0. Van Dijk, Liverpool defender, got a red card, so they were up by, Newcastle was up by 1 in like the 28th, 30th minute, something like that, and Liverpool's down 1 man, right? So usually when you're down a man, like and you're down a goal, it's like you're gonna lose, right? And it was one of those situations where it was like, I think at the very end, like the 80-something minute, they brought in one of their subs. I forgot his name. Starts with an N. Anyway, he came in, scored a goal, and tied it up. Now, Liverpool ended up scoring, the same guy ended up scoring another goal and winning. But what I was telling my kids is that we're watching the game. I said, once you're down, like obviously you want to win the game. That's the goal. But once you're down a goal, and you're down a man, you're basically shooting to tie. So when they tied it up, I'm like, I said, kids, sons too, I got 2 of them, right? I said, they're probably just going to park the bus. They're like, what's that mean? I said, they're probably not even going to try to score any more goals. They're just going to try to play defense and survive and escape with 1 point, because although coming into the game, they probably wanted 3 points, knowing that they were down a goal and down 1 man, 1 point is like a victory. So the graceful exit is very similar in the sense where it's like, I came in wanting to win this trade. The market gods have told me that it's probably not likely that I'm going to win this trade. if I can escape, so you're in your mind, you're already assuming a loss. At least that's what I do. I always assume a loss. So if you can get out with a point or get out for break even, a tie, instead of taking that loss, that is as good as a win. And I tell you what, in many cases, when I'm speaking to many professional traders in my day, right? Many professional traders consider a break-even trade a win. Some will even jot it down. I don't do this. Maybe this is a way of like boosting your win percentage. Some will jot it down in their notes as an actual win. And it sounds weird. It sounds like one of those things a lot of scammers would do to like increase their win percentage and say they have an 80% win percentage. But the mindset makes sense because the mindset is, right, the number one rule of trading is conservation of capital, right? Great traders or good traders are great risk managers, right? So it sounds weird because we go into trading with the mindset where it's like, gotta find a win, gotta find a win, gotta get a win, gotta get a win. But I guarantee as you transform, I would say about 90% of traders do this, 90% of good traders as they transform, the idea is more risk management, where it's like, how can I avoid obviously, how can I avoid the big loss, right? That is the biggest thing. Traders have big wins, they have small wins, they have break-even trades, they have, I'll draw this out for you, right? There's 5 types of potential trades. There is your big win. There is your small win. There is your break even. There is your small loss. There is your big loss. Pretty obvious answer. Which of these do we want to avoid at all costs? What do successful traders consistently avoid? They consistently avoid the big loss. You can keep all these, you get this every once in a while. You get this on a consistent basis. Hopefully you can turn some of these into the break even, right? These are the small losses. You take a bunch of these, and if you can convert some of these into the break evens, this is fine as well. But at all costs, you avoid this. The difference is struggling traders take a bunch of these. They still get all this other stuff. They usually sabotage this so they don't get the big win. They get all this other stuff. But then instead of turning those small losses into break evens, they turn those break evens or those small wins into losses because they get greedy and do other stuff. So it's this cycle of unsuccessful traders sacrificing the left for the right, successful traders sacrificing the right for the left. But yeah, if you can get out for a break even, a lot of them will count that as a win because the number one rule of trading is conservation of capital. And if you didn't lose money, and especially if you were in a situation where you were quote unquote supposed to lose money and you found a way to fight out of it and didn't lose it, that is like a win. Again, I don't personally track it in my stats as a win, but mentally I call it a win. Mentally, I call it a win. Hope you enjoyed the episode. This comes from one of our Q&A sessions. These are little Monday morning meetups where me and a small group of traders meet up and discuss topics that will help push them along their journey or clean up any confusion that they have in the market. If you want to join, check it out. It's part of the program over at tier1trading.com. Just sign up today, check it out, take some lessons, download some software, interact with the community, and of course, get some coaching that's going to help push you towards success in your own personal trading journey. Once again, www.tier1trading.com, and I'll see you guys over there.